Conducting inquiries ay based sa discretion ng Kongreso at ito ay ayon sa ating saligang batas. In fact, in the first and second hearings already conducted by the committee, the following were seen. Number 1, gaps and abuses of Joint Circular number 2015-01 dahil makikitang mas mahigpit pa ang COA Circular number 97-002 sa cash advances kumpara sa Joint Circular 2015-001 ng Confidential at Intelligence Fund. Number 2, irregularities in the utilization of confidential fund ng OBP. Number 3, rekomendasyong amyendahan ng COA ang policy ng 180-day period to appeal dahil ito ay mahaba masyado. Number 4, regularity kung paano ginamit ang pondong inilagak sa OVP at DepEd, halintulad na lang sa DepEd na hindi pala maayos na naipatutupad ang last mile school projects, pati ang school-based feeding program kung saan madaming nasirang pagkain. At number 5, rekomendasyong mag-submit ng SALN ng accountable officers and special disbursing officers at iba pa. Ang Kongreso ang guardian of public funds. Ang investigasyon ng government transaction is a proper exercise of the power of inquiry. Kabilang sa mga transaksyong ito, ang government agencies created by Congress and officers whose positions are within the power of Congress to regulate or even abolish, since Congress has authority to inquire into the operations of the executive branch. It would be incongruous to hold that the power of inquiry does not extend to executive officials who are the most familiar with and informed on executive operations. Nararapat lamang na maipatawag ang mga empleyado ng executive na mas nakakaalam ng mga transaksyong pinasok nila. The power of inquiry with process to enforce it is grounded on the necessity of information in the legislative process. If the information possessed by executive officials on the operation of their offices is necessary for wise legislation on that subject, by parity of reasoning, Congress has the right to that information and the power to compel the disclosure thereof. It also follows that non-compliance and unjustified, baseless refusal with congressional inquiries is tantamount to a violation of the Constitution. Kung sa kaso nga ng Standard Chartered Bank versus Senate Committee on Banks, Financial Institutions, and Currencies 2007, the Supreme Court recognized that the Senate Committee on Banks summoned Standard Chartered Bank merely as resource persons or as witnesses. In a legislative inquiry, hindi bilang akusado sa isang criminal case, nor will they be subjected to any penalty by reason of their testimonies. Dahil dito, hindi nila pwedeng baliwalain ang pagharap sa komite ng Senado. Hindi rin sapat na dahilan na dahil may kinabinbin ng kaso sa korte ay hindi nasisipot sa pagdinig ng Kamara. Sa 2009 case of Romero versus Estrada, the Supreme Court emphasized that the inapplicability of the sub judice rule to inquiries in aid of legislation is not limited to criminal or administrative cases. It can be extended to appealed cases and special civil actions awaiting final disposition before the Supreme Court. Otherwise, it would be extremely easy to subvert any intended inquiry by Congress through the convenient ploy of instituting a criminal or an administrative complaint. Surely the exercise of sovereign legislative authority, of which the power of legislative inquiry is an essential component, cannot be subordinate to a criminal or administrative investigation. This doctrine in Standard Chartered Bank has been adopted in Section 1 of the 19th Congress published Rules of Procedure governing inquiries in aid of legislation. To wit, the filing of pendency of a case before any court, tribunal, or quasi-judicial or administrative body shall not stop or abate any inquiry conducted to carry out a legislative purpose. Kung tungkol naman sa karapatan ng mga witnesses that include, among others, the right to due process, the right against self-incrimination, as well as the right to privacy of communications and correspondence of a private nature, the late Father Joaquin G. Bernas noted that since these rights are already enshrined in the Bill of Rights, the requirement under Section 21, Article 6 of the Constitution does not really create any additional constitutional right. Ito ang totoong karapatan ng mamamayan na malaman saan at paano ginastos ang kaban ng bayan. Bilang public officials, hindi ba nararapat lamang na ating sagutin ang mga katarungang ito? Hindi ba at nasa konstitusyon na public officers and employees must at all times be accountable to the people, serve them with utmost responsibility, integrity, loyalty, and efficiency, act with patriotism and justice, and lead modest lives? Kaya aking hinihikayat ang iba pang kawani ng pamahalaan na may kinalaman at kaalaman tungkol sa mga transaksyong ating sinisiyasat na lumabas na at lumapit sa House Blue Ribbon Committee upang tulungan tayong ilabas ang katotohanan sa paggamit ng pondo ng bayan upang magamit ito sa mga mas may katuturang bagay. Hindi nararapat na ang sambayanang umaako ng buwis pa ang maghihirap malaman ang katotohanan. We owe it to the Filipino people to render accounts. Do I hear a motion from any member for the issuance of subpoena ad testificandum to the resource persons that we invited or subject of show cause order, and yet they refused to attend and recognize this committee?
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Honorable Flores.
I move that we issue a subpoena ad testificandum to the persons named by the COMSEC, those who were issued the show cause orders.
Your Honors, may I be recognized, sir?
Yes, Comsec.
The individuals who were previously issued show cause orders were Attorney Zuleika T. Lopez, Attorney Lemuel Ortonio, Attorney Rosaline Sanchez, Ms. Gina F. Acosta, Ms. Julieta Villa del Rey, and Mr. Edward Fajarda, Your Honors.
So those will be, those persons or resource persons are subject of the show cause order? Okay. So do I hear a second to the motion of the Honorable Kate? Duly seconded. Is there any objection? Hearing none. The COMSEC is ordered to issue a subpoena ad testificandum to the following resource person, five resource persons, namely,
Pardon, Your Honor, 6, Attorney Lopez, Attorney Ortonio, Attorney Sanchez, Ms. Acosta, Ms. Villa del Rey, and Mr. Fajarda.
okay. And may I also request that a bulletin or lookout bulletin order be issued as well, in coordination with the Bureau of Immigration and the DOJ.
Noted, Your Honor.